say, if you're not giving me an A, give me an F. You giving me the worst grade in the world, worse than an F, is a D. Because with the D, even though we love the D over here, you know which D I'm talking about. But with the D, oh, my coffee looks so good.
It does. Compared
That
to
don't even look like
water.
coffee. That's not even coffee.
The way the whipped cream is running down the side of the coffee,
That is over.
the white stuff is run down the side of my face from time to time.
That looks really good. Your
That
coffee
does look
looks
good.
That's my coffee.
It does look good.
If I drank coffee, I would drink that.
That looks like coffee.
Y'all hire clowns as if you were running a circus. So you get a circus and you hire clowns. Anyway, moving on.
Take it from the people who play cards for him. He be cheating.
No, I only cheat on Uno. Only Uno. Only Uno.
Uno, Tuno, Luno, he is a cheater.
Everything.
If you cheat,
See, they said you probably look. He said you probably do cheat. He do.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I'm out of here. Bye.
OnlyFans so that you can look at the longer videos. And you can go in the comforts of your own little room at the boarding house, rent it home, grab your little Albaline and smoke it out for as long as you want it. Playing it over and over and over. The long videos of Malik's long peen. Because you have an infatuation with his long peen. I am certain that at this point, you want him to shove his long peen somewhere inside of your body. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The devil and the devil was fucking up here.
Here he go. Here we go.
Y'all wasn't gonna make me the oldest one on here.
You did not send me a text, a link.
I did.
I do have to
On the
say,
flyer.
Ty, you were in the group chat on Instagram, whatever Instagram that was.
Wait, what? Kenny? Love you down. I don't have no problem with Kenny. I like Kenny. But Kenny girl. Kenny girl. Kenny girl. Kenny girl, we did not think he was nobody's straight. Neither did we think he was nobody's top. At best verse. If I stretch, maybe if I stretch, I might give you verse top. I'll stretch and give you verse top. But you do know that we had already deduced that you like to have spoons dipped into your sugar bowl, right? We had already. I mean, I don't think there's anybody, even DeAndre, who professes that he's the top, and Archie, who professes that he's the top, they profess to be straight tops. You ain't gonna get me to believe that they had a spoon dipped into their sugar bowl every now and then. Like the least about JG.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one.
That's I did. I started.
Well, definitely what I like the most about David is
Y'all girls need to understand. Girl, you had a bust down. Girl, y'all had a one night stand. Y'all got drunk one day. Y'all had a one night stand. It was good that night because you was drunk. Probably if you was sober, you gonna be like, girl, this wasn't even that good. But girl, you was drunk as fuck or coked out or a combination of the two of them. Whatever the fuck y'all do down there to the LA. Y'all had a good bust down. It was what it was. You should have kept it moving. Y'all can't even hear me. I've been on mute this whole time. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been over here on mute. Y'all probably looking at me like, hey, stupid, you're on mute. I didn't realize it. Anyway, welcome to Silly Saturday, Manic Monday,
because yeah, I I know I'm late, and I said that because I was out this weekend. I said I'm gonna try to give my people a manic Monday because I couldn't do silly Saturday. So we do have a manic Monday today. Very abbreviated dossier. The dossier is very abbreviated, but we got enough to give y'all what you need to quench your thirst for Manic Monday. So, hello to everybody. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you're having a great start to your week. And let's make it even greater. Y'all know what? Since it's a Manic Monday, I'm drinking some more Perrier. But you know what? I need a drink. Hold your line. Let me go get a drink. Y'all go. I'm about to go fix me a drink. Go get a glass with some ice so I can mix my drink. Y'all go ahead and get y'all a drink. It'll only take me a couple of seconds, okay? Talk amongst yourself. We'll be right back, okay? Talk amongst yourself. We'll be right back, okay? Let me go do this, and let go get a good a drink, and hold on. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So we can't have a silly Saturday or manic Monday. You know, normally on silly Saturday, we likes to have some coffee, but shit, it's too high. It's too late in the day for coffee. So we're gonna have us a good drink. So we're gonna sandwich it like we all normally do. So we're gonna put us a little bit of this sparkling Perrier. That's gonna act like some tonic water. Y'all know we're gonna have our gin of choice. I don't know if we're gonna finish this bottle off, but we're gonna get a good amount of this good gin in there. And then we're gonna do some of this Welch's sugar-free passion fruit. We'll do some of that sugar-free. And bada bing, bada boom, we got ourselves a drink. Y'all put in the chat what y'all drinking, okay? Put in the chat what you is drinking, okay? Just put the shit in the chat. I'm just saying. Put it in the chat. What is you drinking? All right. All right. That's it. That's all. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Let me say hey to y'all, okay? Hey, Diamond Pearl Jim, you are first today. I'm so glad you are the first people to arrive and be situated in your seat, okay? Antonia, how are you, beautiful? Terrence, what's good, bruh? What is up? Child, my weekend was good, Terrence. Outside of the funeral I had to attend, it was a good weekend. Hey, crazy homebody girl. That's an interesting combination I just put together, y'all. It's not a bad combination either. It really complements each other. Hey, crazy homebody girl. What's going on, sweetheart? Universal Goddess has found her face in the place. Hey, my Haitian princess, Sak Pasing. Candace F is here. Paul is here. He done rolled up from underneath trade. Hey, Paul. Tanya is here. Hey, Tanya Boo. It's one of my faithful hall monitors there. Demetria is here. Another member. Shout out to the members. Janae is here, another member. Miss Kiki is in the building. Miss Kiki, did you get into the members only Discord? Did you send me a message? Did I send you the link, Miss Kiki? Let me know, Miss Kiki, if you made it into the members only Discord. Hey, Really B, what's going on, beautiful? Cha. Xavier is here. Hey, Xavier. MVN, what's going on, sweetheart? What is going on, beautiful? I am always glad when you are in the building. Tanya says you get 15% off your first order down to the Lazy Boy snacks if you mention, using the code word LTeddy27. Just let them know. Child, y'all was letting me know I was muted. Child, I figured it out. Hey, Miss Baythang. Hey, I said hey to Diamond Pearl Jam. Hey, Miss Baythang, what's going on in the Bay Area? Hey, China White. Hey, Savon, what's going on, beautiful? Opal is here. Hey, Opal. Child, y'all was letting me know I was muted. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Jason, what's good, bruh? Child. Hey, Ravine. Hey, Yana. Jason, you should know I do have some beautiful young ladies for the palette cleansers today. We have a lot of nice young ladies, ass and titties down to the palette cleansers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, V Carter. Well, I missed you too, Opal. Hey, Ella MVP. What's going on, beautiful? Y'all, hey, Tracy W. How you doing? Ciao. Auntie Kim is here. Let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Hey, Montrez, what's good, bro? What is up? Montrez, we have a good year, another good year for this day in music. So just get ready. When we get to that segment, Montrez, we got a real good year. Ciao. You got your puff give? Okay. It's time for you to stock up, China White. Now you tripping. You tripping over there. Okay. Hey, Cassandra, what's good, my love? Shout out to all of the members. Because we be clowning down to the members only Discord. Hey, Give Me Shelter. How you doing? Ciao. Before we get started, just wanted to say the hubby and I celebrated 11 years of marriage this past Saturday, the 22nd. I know that's right, Tracy W. Tracy W. say, we been over here 11 years. We over here still getting it in. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Did y'all have a good romp in the hay Saturday? Did y'all do some wrestling to celebrate the anniversary? Tracy W, y'all did some wrestling. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, sweetheart. Come on, mocktail. Rosanna, you just like Really be some good Jack Daniels and Coke. Ciao. Hey, Uncle J. Uncle J, let me tell you something, Uncle J. Nobody told you you had permission, Uncle J, to change your avatar. The people are looking for you and your cleavage. The people is looking for you to, have the cleavage. You around here changing avatars and shit. Hey, Miss Shorty B, how you doing? Child, we gonna have to power through this. Y'all know Really be gonna be looking for us to be off here at 6:45. Child, Demetria, we don't even have a lot in the Sugar Spike segment today because we was doing Manic Monday. And so I said, you know what? We're not gonna even we ain't gonna even go that hard in the paint. We're gonna keep it real light. Real light. Okay. Child. Good old Coke, Southern Classic, and it's in our D9 colors. Okay, come on, Crimson and Cream with love. Hey, Catherine Powell. You got your flowers, the herbal goodness for Manic Monday. Listen, y'all go down there to the Lazy Boy Snacks. They'll bless your heart, bless your life. I'm just telling you what I know. Ciao. Hey, Lady D. All right, let's go ahead and get this spot. Go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat. If you're ready to go get this party started. TJ, what's going on? That's my other Haitian princess. TJ, sock by saying. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm ready. We ready to get this started. You know what? I'm not doing this with Uncle Jay. I'm not doing this with you. Even though Uncle Jay, somebody tried to impregnate me this weekend, I had to say, no, stop. And then toot it up a little more. You know what I'm saying? God. Right, Demetria? Look at Uncle Jay playing with us. Anyway, y'all, we ready to get this party started. Let me put this up. Let me take this put that up. And let me take the overlay down so y'all can see everything. All right. All right. As we do here on a silly Saturday, Manic Monday, it's time for my favorite segment. Hey, Jay Parrish. It's time for my favorite segment, even if it's not yours. It's my favorite segment. The hashtag ABCs. A bitch can't. It's our favorite segment. The hashtag ABCs.
ABC. A bitch can't. A bitch can't get a hit. A bitch can't get on the charts. A bitch can't get a Grammy. A bitch just can't.
A bitch just can't. I'm just saying. A bitch just can't. Now, for those of you new here, these are stories. We saw the headlines and we said to ourselves, we do not have the energy to deal with this. We don't want to. We're not going to read this story. We're not going to unpack this. From the headline alone, it's way too much for us to be fucking around with and dealing with. So, a bitch just can't. A bitch can't. Or we just say hashtag GWG. Go with God. Headline, NBA young boy to be released from prison. I don't even need to read no more. Once you said y'all are putting this pariah back out on the streets. We're done. Not the streets, but the streets. Okay. Nope. 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 Why is he out? Why is he out? Keep his ass locked up. Nope. Nope. Can't do it. Won't do it. Next thing you know, y'all gonna be letting Blueface out. Hey, Geechee girl, what's going on, beautiful? What is going on? I'm so glad to see you. Like, we just can't. I think he was. I think he was too. I don't have this type of energy, Catherine Powell. We don't have the energy. That's why he in the hashtag ABCs. Keep his ass locked up. Just like Blueface, just like Tory Lanez, all of the pariahs. Now, he's another past president of the IFFB, International Federation of Fuckboys. Yeah, he's another past president of the International Federation of Fuckboys, the IFFB. I'm just saying. We don't have that type of energy. Sir, go to hell. We're not going to even tell you to go with God. Go to hell. We're moving on. Rick Ross says he's opening a new dental practice. We don't care, sir. We don't. I'm not even looking to you for music. You know, I don't even go to you for music, and that's what you're known for. I damn sure ain't going to you for any work that I need in terms of my dental plan and stuff like. Nope, not doing it. No. Sorry. I mean, y'all could go on over there. Y'all could go right on over there. Let me know how that works out. Nope, can't do it. Won't do it. What what puppy say can't stop, won't stop? Can't do it, won't do it. Hey, listen, that's a good question, Xavier. That's a real good goddamn question. I think we all want to know the answer to that question. Like, bruh, who the fuck you got ties with that you have this endless supply of money? Now I know he got a bunch of Wingstop franchises. He got about 20 of them. I know he got about 8 or 9 just in Miami alone. So I know he got a lot of money down to the Wingstop franchises. But girl, I don't know, honey. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Wingstop, Cassandra, as long as it's the lemon pepper. That's all I get from Wingstop. Lemon pepper wings, and that's it. That's it. Well, their French fries are good too. I do like the little seasoning that they put on the French fries. But I found out that you could go there and just buy the little French fry seasoning. So that's what I do. I get my lemon pepper wings, and while I'm getting the lemon pepper wings, I'll tell them to sell me some of the little French fry seasoning, and that's what I do. And that way, I ain't got to get the French fries. But the lemon pepper wings down to the Wingstop is good. I'm just saying. That's about the only good thing down to the Wingstop. Child. But yeah, baby, he said if you need your teeth done, you can go on around there. Anybody going on around there to get your teeth done at his dental practice or whatever he got? Xavier, you could buy the I ain't never had the fried corn over there, Tanya, but I do go and buy the seasoning for the French fries. Matter of fact, I got some in the cabinet now. So, listen, going on down there. Maybe he could take care of it. I ain't never had the corn over there. See now, and Tanya, you know it's a Wingstop in that same plaza with the Publix. You know Tanya, you know the Publix right by my house, Tanya. It's a Wingstop in that plaza with the Publix right on the corner of my house, by my house. They got a Wingstop in there. I never had the corn. Now I got to go get some. Now I got to go see what this corn is all about. Wait, why is that missing? Oh Lord. Am I missing a slide? Hold on. Did I miss a slide? Hold on for a moment, y'all. No, I'm not missing a slide. This thing just didn't load right. Oh, I knew I wasn't missing no slide. I'm like, nah, I do. I know myself better than that. I know I ain't missing no damn slide. There it go. Like, I know I ain't missing no slide. Fried corn with Parmesan. I'm gonna have to go get it, Tanya. I'm gonna have to go get it. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant claims Offset slid into her DM. Now listen, if this ain't a clout chase, I don't know what it is. Ma'am, nobody really knows who you are. She's allegedly a psychologist. I think she was on one of the reality shows. Y'all, I'm sure y'all will let me know what reality show she was on. But ma'am, is your she's supposed to be like a therapist, psychologist, or whatever, or whatnot. I mean, you ain't getting no business or something like that? I mean, why the fuck are you over here telling us that the man slid into your DMs when the man got in your DMs and said, can we talk? And then the next line was professionally, meaning, bitch, I'm not trying to beat your box in. This ain't got nothing to do with that. I might need to go sit down on the couch. This is why I say a bitch just came. You got even fucking therapists. out here trying to clout chase and trying to chase headlines. Ma'am, you just lost a whole lot of business. Nobody's ever going to come to. I would never try to sit on your couch to try to talk to you and have you give me therapy. If you in the fucking headlines trying to check, you know what? I just can't. I can't. I cannot. I don't have that type of energy. You say she's like the red pill for women. What show was she on? Somebody was trying to tell me she was on a show or whatnot, one of the reality shows or whatnot. Because my thing about it is, if this man said this is professionally, why the fuck is this all out on Front Street like that? Like, doesn't that violate some kind of HIPAA or something? Like, what? I just can't. Who made you people? Where do they find you people at? I'm just trying to understand where the fuck they find you people at. Child, I just Child, I don't have the energy. I don't. Oh, that's the lady who was over there talking to Cam Newton. Oh. Ma'am, nobody should ever, no one should ever go to you for professional help or therapy or whatever. Sit your ass the fuck down and leave everybody the fuck alone. I mean, a bitch just can't. Go with God. Oh God, Jesus Lord. It's not getting any better. Lord. Young Miami says she gives her man 4 chances to cheat before calling it quits. It's not easy to walk away. So basically what you saying is you giving your man 4 chances to catch a STD and bring it back home. So you got your doctor on lock, right? Because you just inviting this cornucopia of STDs and STIs over to you, right? Because you can't believe that he's not fucking when he goes over there and cheat. And if he is fucking, you have to know he's raw dogging every time. Hell, his woman is, if I'm dating Young Miami, I figure there's a little bit of dirt and grime on top of me just by laying besides you, being Young Miami. So that naturally means I'm raw dogging every time I get in there. Okay. Hell, we didn't know what pink cocaine was until you came along, Young Miami. Wasn't she over there? Didn't we do the story where she was supplying pink cocaine to Diddy or something? Something like that. I can't keep up. Child, that woman is from my area, Liberty City. She is dirt and grime. She's the type that keeps a little bit of schmegma around her coochie lips. That type of dirt and grime. Ma'am, I don't know where they find you people. I'm just trying to figure out who raised you people. Who raised you people? Like, girl, Jesus, a bitch just can't. A bitch just can't.
ABC. A bitch can't. A bitch can't get a hit. A bitch can't get on the charts. A bitch can't get a Grammy. A bitch just can't.
Because we ain't seen you with a hit. We ain't seen you on the charts. You ain't got no Grammy. A bitch just can't. You doing any and everything you can to be relevant. Ma'am, go get a hit. Go get on the charts. Go get a Grammy. Well, I ain't gonna even say a Grammy because they're giving out Grammy like they give out Skittles on Halloween. Listen, you're right, Xavier. That is what we got going on down there. That's why I don't deal with the cooter. I don't dip my spoon into the cooter sugar bowl because I know what I'm dealing with back at home. I've been traumatized for life. I mean, that and the fact that I have a whole gene in my body that made me gay too. But still, people like her and her ilk down to my neighborhood don't make it inviting for me to go on over there and dip my spoon into the lady's sugar bowl. I don't know why you wanted her to win. Anytime when I saw that their name was the City Girls, and I knew right there they weren't gonna be shit. Demetria, you have to know some of these girls from her area. They ain't shit. They ain't shit. I'm just telling you. Hey, Katrina Boone. Let's delve deeper into the dossier. Let's just dive deep into the dossier, okay? God. Right. Hey, Peaky Tiki. Just straight trash. Just trash, Peaky Tiki. She's trash. Listen, Jason says, do not disparage the cooter. The cooter is a good thing and a good place. I'm sure it is. I've had the cooter way back in the day when I was in high school. I had a girlfriend. She was on a majorette squad. We dated. She was a year older than me. And her mama used to come home late. We used to go over there after band practice. And I would dip my spoon into her sugar bowl. But it wasn't enough to keep me. She wasn't from the city, though. She was kind of classy based. She was a bit of a nerd. And she was classy based. Now, she's junior partner at a law firm. Maybe I should have kept her. She's the junior partner at a big time law firm, too. Cha. Anyway, we start off with a melancholy. Look at all of the straight men are coming out now. Shout out to all of my straight men in the chat. We got Jason, we got Terrence, all of my straight men and lesbians that want to come out. Let us know that you love the cooter. Shout out to all my cooter lovers. We got a whole area in the members only live for the cooter. Nah, ain't nothing in there. Ain't nobody been in there. Ain't nobody put nothing in there. I might have to go and find some cooter. Xavier, we need to go find some cooter to go put down to the Rummy My Cooch, Rummy My Coin channel in the members only chat. We need to find something to put in there for all of the members that like the cooter. I'm just saying. The meat market is open for business, but the Rummy My Cooch, Rummy My Coin channel, yeah. Anyway, a melancholy. Rest in peace to George Foreman, who passed away this past weekend. Boxing legend and business mogul George Foreman had a stellar boxing career and equally stellar business career, which started with the George Foreman Grill and then many other business ventures. He passed away this weekend. And we are sad to see him go. And we remember him from the Rumble in the Jungle with Muhammad Ali, where he got his first defeat against Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle. And George Foreman, famed boxer, equally great businessman. Listen, everybody at one point in their life had a George Foreman grill in their goddamn house. If you're of a certain age, you grew up with a George Foreman grill, because that George Foreman grill went a long way. You had the little tray that would collect the little grease and oil and shit. I had me one in college. Listen, That George Foreman grill was godsend. I'm trying to tell you. And then if you mess around and had the big one, they had the regular size one. Then they had the big, extra big size one where you could fit multiple, chicken breast or whatever you was cooking on it. Always good. Child, I'm trying to tell you. That George Foreman grill don't owe me nothing. I got a lot of good cooking on that George Foreman grill. I'm just telling you what I know. My meat never used to come out dry. Uncle Jay, you had to know when to take it off, okay? My meat never used to come out dry. My meat was always good and juicy. I would season that good girl up. You got your good chicken. I wasn't a big chicken breast person. I used to get the boneless chicken thighs because I like dog meat better than I like white meat. So I used to get a good boneless chicken thigh, season them good girls up, let them marinate for a couple hours or overnight if I need it, and then put them girls on a good George Foreman grill. Baby, that thing was like heaven, honey. Baby, she had to set in that marinade or in that brine and had them guys seasoned up. Baby, listen, that George Foreman grill used to do me good, honey. I'm sure my George Foreman, if I look underneath my where I keep all of this stuff underneath the sink and stuff, I'm sure I'll find it down there somewhere. I ain't used it in so long. Child. Hey, Rency, you say you still got yours, Rency, child. Them George Foreman grills used to come in handy, honey. So shout out to George from Kia from DC. You still got your George Foreman grill, child. I know I still got mine. I just have to find it. I know I never threw it away. I just gotta go find it. Y'all got the big one, Tracy W. Yeah, that big one come in handy. If you got a family, you got to get the big one where you can put multiple, pieces of meat on there. Mm-hmm. Right, you used to get you a good sandwich. You could get you a good ham and cheese sandwich. Put that little George Foreman grill down. Let that cheese melt and that bread get grilled. That thing used to be heaven, honey. Child. Shout out to George Foreman. Like I said, storied boxing career. I think his boxing career was even in his later life. His boxing career was overshadowed by his business acumen with his George Foreman grills. I mean, more people probably know George Foreman for the George Foreman grill than they do for him being a prolific, iconic Hall of Fame boxer. So, but shout out to George Foreman. May he rest in peace. Oh God, y'all, I told y'all this story wasn't over, right? I told y'all these two motherfuckers was not done being in a dossier. And here we are again. So, for those of you who haven't been around these parts, that is Xavier Worthy and his girlfriend, Tia Jones. Now, we've been reporting on this for a couple weeks now. We reported on this 2 silly Saturdays ago when he first got arrested that Friday, and we reported it on Silly Saturday. He had got arrested for domestic violence where they say he choked her out. Then the judge dropped all of the charges in the lawsuit and he got out of jail. Then she filed for a restraining order and all of that, said that he choke slammed her and she don't know why they didn't press charges. Well, now he's back at it. Here's his coming back into it. He filed a lawsuit this morning, less than 3 weeks after he was arrested for allegedly choke slamming her when they were at home. According to the court document, that he filed today suing her. He says that he's the real victim. He says that she was the one who became violent, and he says that he found out in late February that she had cheated on him. He says that he asked her repeatedly to leave their home after he found out that she cheated, and even offered to get her an apartment to allow her time to get back on her feet because he didn't want to be with her no more. She refused, according to him. He says that she then, quote, became enraged and engaged in a series of abusive and extortive efforts, end of quote. He says that she destroyed his game room, and there's pictures of the destroyed game room and everything. He says that she broke his desk and broke his PlayStation 5. And listen, for all of my people that are Gen Xers or older Gen millennial, when I say older millennials, that's millennials that were born in 84 or earlier. For all of my Gen Xers or older millennials, please understand, if you want to piss a man off and get a man to fuck you up and maybe take your life or abuse you, tear up his PlayStation. Tear up whatever gaming console he used. Go ahead. If you want to really piss him off and get him to the point where he may take your life or be violent, take his gaming console and destroy it. And you will see real fast how serious that man is. He will become violent real fast. These young men, they don't play around about the PlayStation, about their gaming, be it Xbox or whatever they're using, whatever their gaming console is. Fuck around with a man's PS5 and see if you don't find your ass choked out or getting fucked up. You think it's a game, and they will go to jail gladly and don't give a damn. I'm just telling you what I know. I ain't never gonna steer y'all in the wrong direction. But you want to see a man get violent and you his significant other? Fuck with his gaming console and see if you don't get your ass choked out or, all of that shit. Well, according to him, she broke his desk and his PlayStation, his gaming desk and chair, and the PlayStation console, PS5 and stuff like that. He said that after that, a short time later, she scratched his face and ripped huge chunks of his dreadlocks out. And so that's the pictures that you see, the little patches in his head. And he even got as evidence, you see right there in the middle, the little dreads that she snatched out of his head. And you see his little patches. He had to cut all his dreads off his shit. Child. Now he's only 21 years old, and she was his fiance. Well, I guess I'll say was his fiance at the time. He's saying that she made up the whole story about repeated abuse from him when she filed that petition for a protective order or a restraining order. He says that was all made up. To make matters worse, he alleges that while he was in police custody, because of her lies, she, quote, stole or destroyed over $150,000 worth of his personal property and cash from his house, end of quote, including a handgun, bracelets, and more. He says that she's exhibited similar behavior in at least one previous high-profile relationship she was in. He wrote in the lawsuit that it's all done some serious harm to not only his body and his property, quote, but his credibility, veracity, and reputation, end of quote, as well. particularly after he says prosecutors declined to bring criminal charges against him in the case. He's suing for over $250,000 in damages. So according to him, I told y'all in this whole situation, somebody was lying. I knew somebody was lying. I knew, listen. I'm trying to tell you. I told y'all somebody was lying. Listen, you knew all bets were off. The engagement was off. Now that I know that she fucked up his PS5, he's 20, he's a 21-year-old male. Ma'am, this man was born either in 2003 or 2004, whenever his birthday is. Somewhere around there. Ma'am, when you destroyed his PS5, you basically would have did better cutting his limbs off of his body. Cutting his legs and arms off would have been less violent to him than you destroying his PS5. Baby, listen, you ain't want that marriage. You fumbled the bag. I don't care how upset you was, ma'am. The moment you destroyed his PS5, the relationship was over. I'm just saying. When you destroyed his PS5, ma'am, please understand that was a threat on his life. Okay? In his estimation, you threatened his whole life. You would have did better taking a gun and putting it to his head than you would putting the gun destroy his PS5. I'm just saying. I think there's some truth in both sides. I think he might have been toxic and abusive at times. She was definitely toxic and abusive at times. And y'all were radioactive. Exactly. Listen, you destroy a man's PS5 in today's society, that's an act of terrorism. It absolutely is. So I think y'all should just go y'all separate ways amicably, never to see each other, and just keep on moving and going on with life. I'm just saying, we ain't got nothing. But I fear that there's going to be another portion, another, more to this story. I fear that there's going to be more to this story. I fear that we're not done with this story. There's going to be more that's going to come out. But ma'am, you, according to him and according to the evidence that we see, you ripped this man's dreads out his head. Not only did you destroy his PS5, you ripped this man's dreads out of his head. Ma'am, you declared war on him. Anyway, now, I don't know what he did to get to this point with you, but here we are. Here the fuck we are. Moving on. Lizzo wants y'all to see her ass. That's all I got. She wants y'all to know that she done got skinny. She wants y'all to see her ass. Apparently, she wants y'all to see this big ass hole in her fishnet stockings too. Lizzo, you took this picture, saw it, and still posted it with this big ass hole right here in your fishnet stockings, ma'am. Nobody told you. I mean, you didn't see that hole there. Child. Nobody wants to see you like this, ma'am. Nobody. Nobody. Please go away. Lizzo, go away. Go with God. We don't have nothing. Well, just hilarious. You about to, apparently you about to make Lauren some money. So after all of the fuck shit last week with Just Hilarious, Lauren done came out and announced that she has her brand new daily podcast called The Latest with Lauren LaRosa. It's set to drop on March 31st. I ain't even mad at it, Lauren. Get your coins. Now, this is being dropped via iHeartMedia in collaboration with Charlemagne the God's Black Effect Podcast Network. Now, Charlemagne the God, who's capitalizing on it too. I ain't even mad at it. Charlemagne capitalize on it. Make your money. I can't stand him, but I ain't mad at him for making money. He does have a network of podcasts, a podcast network. And so she is her podcast is going to be via iHeartMedia in collaboration with Charlemagne the God's Black Effect Podcast Network. Go ahead and make your money. So while you over here complaining, just the mess, because you're not hilarious. You're just the mess. Mama went out here and said, let me go ahead and secure the bag. Appreciate the free promo. Appreciate the free promo. I'll have my own podcast if you need me. It'll be a daily podcast. She says that the podcast is an extension of what she'll also continue bringing on the Breakfast Club. She says they won't be long episodes. She says it'll be quick, bite-sized episodes that keep it real while delivering the news. According to her, she said, quote, pop culture moves fast, and I want to give listeners a smart, fun, straightforward, and most importantly, an informed take on what's happening every single day. End of quote. I ain't mad at it, Lauren. Just went out here, had all of this to say about this woman. Everybody admitted that they like her more than you, Jess. And she said, what? Okay, well, let me just capitalize on it. You're the loser here, Jess. Jess, the mess. You're the loser. The people are here for Lauren. I ain't even mad at it, Lauren. Lauren, do your big one, girl. Like the kids say, do your big one. I ain't even mad at it. We're glad to see it. I'm sure the people will be listening. $23andMe has filed for bankruptcy, for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The move is intended to facilitate a sale of the $50 million company, which has faced growing financial struggles, including massive layoffs, executive shakeups, and a major data breach that exposed the personal information of nearly 7 million people in 2023. Now, the company says it will continue operations during the bankruptcy process. The announcement, and the announcements of this bankruptcy filing raised immediate concerns about how the sensitive genetic data of millions of people will be handled during a potential sale. I share that sentiment. Like, y'all filing for bankruptcy, and y'all now they owe over $30 million. They're over $30 million in the red. I'm sure somebody will buy it. At one point, their stock was the company was valued at $6 billion with a B dollars, but now they're in the red. Somebody will buy it. If you've done one of these ancestry, things with 23andMe, the people, you may have been a victim of that data breach, and the people are wondering, even if you were not, what does this mean? What does this mean for those for the information of others that participated in this? I did one of those things before. It wasn't 23andMe though. It was the black owned one. Child. Anyway, little baby, that's the question everybody got. We ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay. Anyway, Tony Busby has withdrawn from 15 Diddy lawsuits in the great state of New York. After an ongoing feud with Jay-Z, Tony Busby has stepped back from multiple sexual abuse cases involving Sean Combs. He made the decision to withdraw from over a dozen federal lawsuits in New York, citing an error in his ability to practice law in the jurisdiction. In a statement to Judge Ronnie Abrams, Tony Busby admitted he had failed to disclose his lack of admission to the Southern District of New York, but reassured the court that he was in good standing with the New York State Bar. Tony Busby explained that his withdrawal was intended to prevent any distractions that could hinder the pursuit of justice for the plaintiffs. He emphasized his focus remained on representing clients in state courts and other jurisdictions where he is properly admitted. Despite this, his exit does not mark the end of his involvement in the Sean Diddy Combs litigation. His colleagues who are properly admitted will continue handling the federal cases. Tony Busby, this is not good for you, sir. Sir, you should just go somewhere, crawl into a corner for a few years, and just let your partners or others in your law firm just earn you some money. Just go take a few years off, okay? And come back, because right now your name is toxic, sir. Nobody wants, you're a pariah within the legal industry. Like nobody wants, I would not want you to represent me anywhere, okay? And so I'm sure there's some very equipped legal minds and other lawyers down to your law firm that can handle this. Let them handle it. You just collect the monies and paychecks and keep it moving. I have nothing else. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, it is now, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers, because it's time for our Sugar Spike segment. And we could not start our Sugar Spike segment without the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So long, well, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So we venture down to my great state of Florida, where a man in Palm Beach County drove into a group of protesters outside a Tesla dealership. No one was injured. However, there is video of this man. He's been arrested. There is video of this man driving into protesters. And most of the protesters were elderly people. But yeah, he drove into these protesters that were demonstrating. There was a big, massive nationwide protest against Tesla this weekend and Elon Musk, and so there were protests going on at a Tesla dealership in Palm Beach County, Florida, and there were a bunch of elderly people there, and of course there was a man descended from the Caucasus Mountains that thought it was a good idea to drive into these people. Now, mind you, he didn't drive into these people with a Tesla. He doesn't own a Tesla, okay? He doesn't. Don't. But he thought it not robbery to drive his car into these elderly people. Thankfully, none of the elderly people were injured. But he was arrested. Xavier, I don't know if he has any. I haven't seen any reporting that this man has any connections to down to the Elon, but who knows? It may come out later. In more news, y'all's boy Lil Bust Down, Lil Boosie is in the news. So the Louisiana Attorney General, Liz Muriel, is threatening legal action against Lil Bust Down over the use of Caleb Wilson's name in connection with a scholarship fund. Let me make this bigger so y'all can read this, because these people are vile. Yes, that says the Caleb Wilson Memorial Scholarship. So Caleb Wilson's parents objected to their son's name being used to promote the upcoming Lil Boosie Rap Festival, saying they were unaware of the connection. Lil Bust Down announced the creation of the Caleb Wilson Memorial Scholarship during his 6th annual Boosie Bash, which is a 3-day rap festival held at on Southern University's campus. Now, it's the reason that the Attorney General for Louisiana has threatened legal action against Lil Bust Down is the parents of Caleb Wilson did not give Lil Bust Down permission to use their son's name in connection with this event. And the parents are requesting the removal of all references to their son's name, image, and the scholarship for promotional materials. Now, according to the Attorney General, the parents thought that Lil Bust Down was making a donation to an existing scholarship fund, not starting a scholarship fund using their son's name. You people are vile. You people are fucking vile. So what we have here is Lil Bust Down wants to capitalize and make money off of this young man's death and demise. Y'all are vile. You people are fucking vile. Like you ain't even so much as talk to these to that little boy's parent. You got his name and picture slapped up everywhere. Y'all, there are special places in hell for this kinds of shit. There are special places in hell for this kind of shit. There are special place. That's just because you know why he did this. He did this so as to get more people to come out to this event, which essentially makes him more money. And you know how this kind of bullshit goes. He'll end up making hundreds of thousands of dollars and then do some dumb shit like, here's a $5,000 scholarship while you profited hundreds of thousands of dollars on this. You people are fucking vile. All the while, you ain't even so much as talk to the parents. There, I just can't. I just can't. I really just can't. There are no words for this level of insidiousness. Let me move on before I spike out. I'm glad I had some good sugar spiky news here. In some good sugar spiky news, um, medical history has been made in a New York City hospital. Um, Sebastian Bozil, a 21-year-old who you see right here in the picture, he has become the first man in New York history to be cured of sickle cell anemia, thanks to a new form of gene therapy. According to that young man, Sebastian Bozil, he told news outlets, quote, sickle cell was a blockade for me, but now it's just like a wall that I just jumped over, end of quote. And that's what he said to news outlets. He had been a patient at Cohen's Children's Medical Center since he was 2 months old. And he was being treated for the genetic disease sickle cell anemia with Lifegenia. He was being treated for it with Lifegenia, a new approach to gene therapy developed by biotech company Bluebird Bio. The groundbreaking treatments technology used Bozil's own bone marrow in four transfusions. I'm sorry, in IV transfusions. Don't ask me why I read IV as 4. In IV transfusions to create normal red blood cells. Sickle cell disease, which impacts over 100,000 people in the US, is an inherited blood condition for those who may not know that affects the shape of red blood cells, which carry oxygen to all parts of the body. Now, we know that sickle cell anemia um overwhelmingly affects Black people. 90% of sickle cell disease patients are Black. That's 90%. Almost all sickle cell patients are Black. And if you've had anybody in your family that has sickle cell, you know how devastating it is to an individual. The chronic pain that they can have, the blood clots they can have, strokes, and there are all types of awful medical issues that people who have sickle cell end up succumbing to. So knowing that this young man is the first person in New York City that was cured of is great. The first ever case of someone being cured of sickle cell um, was a man by the name of Kimberlin George Wilson. That was the first person that was cured of sickle cell anemia by a bone marrow transplant back in 1983. So we were glad to hear about this story. In more news, now this was the top story, the big news. This was the big news of the day in terms. Hey, L Love, my love. I know y'all. You went and did early voting for the Supreme Court. Over there down to the Wisconsin. Good to know. I'm glad you went and did your early voting. I know many of us have family members that have sick or friends or loved ones that have sickle cell. Because, like I said, 90% of all sickle cell patients are Black. In the big story of the day, now this was news that shocked the political news feed earlier today. So apparently, there was a text chain amongst higher ups in the Trump administration. People in this text chain were people like National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, DNI or Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, CIA Director John Ratcliffe. We're talking the inner circle and highest of higher ups in the Trump administration were all in this text chain. Now, you know who else was in this text chain? A journalist. I'm sorry, not just a journalist, but the editor-in-chief of the publication, The Atlantic. He was apparently included in a Trump administration group text chain. And he was in this text chain where they were debating and discussing details of an attack against Houthi rebels in Yemen. He was included in this text chain where they were covertly discussing going to war with rebels, with Houthi rebels in Yemen without congressional approval. Now, this text chain was on an app called Signal. And the Jeffrey Goldberg is the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. And he says that he was connected with Mike Waltz, the national security advisor, back earlier this month on Signal, right? He says 2 days later, he was invited to join a text group chain on Signal called, quote, the Houthi PC Small Group, end of quote. That's the name of the group, in which they discussed strikes against the Houthi militant group in Yemen, seemingly unaware of Jeff Goldberg's being in the group. Jeff Goldberg wrote that he initially had strong doubts the text group was real, and he went on to say he thought it was a real, quote, because I could not believe that the national security leadership of the United States would communicate on Signal, this app, about imminent war plans, end of quote. He also said, quote, I could not believe that the national security advisor to the president would be so reckless as to include him in the discussions with senior U.S. officials, end of quote. Now, Jeff Goldberg went on to say that he realized the text chain could be real after the person who was supposedly Hegseth the message to the group that the first detonations in Yemen would be felt in 2 hours at 1:45 p.m., which was in line with what took place. Hegseth later said that the surprise strikes, which hit targets across 3 days, were part of an, quote, unrelenting, end of quote, campaign until the Iran-backed group stops attacking vessels in the Red Sea, a vital maritime corridor. Now, it goes on into the gory details of all of this. The point is, you have a member of these people are so fucking reckless and so fucking just don't have a clue. So much so that y'all are having the most intimate national security secrets and detail that y'all are using an app like Signal. Y'all are literally using a third-party app like Signal, which is not secure. And Signal, if you're not familiar with it, it's where it's kind of like GroupMe. If you're familiar with GroupMe, think of Signal like GroupMe. For those people who know what GroupMe is. Our top leaders in national security, to include the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense, the DNI, the National Security Advisor, the NSA. All of the top leaders in national security are so reckless. This is why we have a bunch of fucking clowns running the country that don't have a clue. And so now what he just did was, but now if I was Jeff Goldberg, I wouldn't have let out that I was in this group. I would have stayed my ass in there and just let shit leak. I would just start leaking shit. Jeff Goldberg, you fucked up. You were supposed to stay your ass in this shit, because please be clear, you know that they were going to continue to put other stuff in there. And I would just let this shit leak. Sir, you fumbled the ball. As alarming as this is, that we have the highest national security officials in this country, just as reckless and just don't have a fucking clue on what to do with national security. You were just as reckless as a journalist by not finding your ass a way to stay silent, covert, stay in this group, but leak shit out. You fumbled the ball. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser, what's going on, my love? Cross Country Cruiser. Shout out to Cross Country Cruiser, who just gifted 5 memberships. We got Precious Jewel, Brittany Janae, Tiffany Blue, Texas Toy, Shay. All of you all were gifted memberships. Listen, let me know. We could add you to the members only chat. Let me know. We'll add you to the members only chat. Send me a DM on Instagram so you can be added. But this is who we have running the country. This is who the fuck we have running the country. I don't think they would have known BAP had Jeff Goldberg not said anything. Oh no, it's not being swept under the rug. Listen. This is not being swept under the rug, Universal Goddess. Everybody from the president on down is alarmed. Everybody has had to speak out on it. The president has spoke out on it. Donald John, Senate Majority Leader John Thune has spoke out about it. Everybody has been speaking. All of the big wigs are speaking out about it. Oh, this is not being swept under the rug. Everybody, nah, y'all got caught. Jeff Goldberg, you fumbled the bag. You fumbled the bag. You were supposed to keep that shit. You were supposed to go to the grave with that shit. A mess. Just a damn mess. Baby, the way I would have stayed silent in that bitch, they wouldn't even knew I was in there. I would have been taking screenshots of everything. Every couple hours, screenshot. Every time I would have turned all notifications on. Every time somebody added a message, screenshot. Baby, listen. Hey, Symmetry, what's good, my love? Baby, it's no way. Even if I understand you said leak to AOC, you're the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. You supposed to drop this to all of your most trusted writers down to the Atlantic. Hey, Aquarius Goddess. And let that shit make y'all some money down to the Atlantic. Right, on Uvu. Going back to Uvu. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is happening? What is happening? Hey, Angela. I don't know why y'all. Listen back. You sound like the Democrats that say they're surprised in Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio never had half a brain. Marco Rubio ain't never been shit. Grr. Moving on. In our last sugar spiky story of the day. So, if you recall, the documentary No Other Land won an Oscar at this earlier this month at the Academy Awards. Well, here's some news. Israeli settlers beat up one of the Palestinian co-directors of the Oscar-winning documentary film No Other Land earlier today in the occupied West Bank before he was detained by the Israeli military. And that's according to two of his fellow directors and other witnesses that witnessed the event. The Israeli military said it was looking into the episode, but did not have any immediate comment. The filmmaker Hamdan Bilal was one of three Palestinians detained in the village of Susiya, and that's according to his attorney. Police told his attorney that he's being held at a military base for medical treatment, and told his attorney that but his attorney says she hasn't been able to speak with him. What's going on over there? Like ever since they Israel ended this ceasefire last week, it's out of order. Now, the fact that this is an Oscar award winning documentary, and now one of these the people that's were that made this documentary has now come under siege by the Israeli government. Hopefully, it will shed more light on what's going on, not just in Gaza, but certainly in the West Bank. Because while there's a lot of attention that's been placed on Gaza, what's going on in the West Bank has really gone on under the cloak of darkness. And I told y'all, Israel doesn't want Gaza, Israel wants the West Bank. If you know anything of international affairs, Israel wants the West Bank. Gaza is the red herring. That's why Benjamin Netanyahu and them was like, y'all, when Donald Trump says, yeah, it's going to be Trump Gaza, they was like, okay, well, you can have that. We don't really want that. They want the West Bank. And the fact that this man was snatched up and is now in jail for no other reason than the fact that he made a documentary documenting what's been happening in Gaza and the West Bank shows you what's been going on. Anyway, so listen, there's no Kornaki's Khakis Corner, but I'm going to take this 5 minutes to give you a 5 to 10 minute recap. I got my boy back here for my 5 to 10 minute recap of the fuck shit that y'all call the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I thought you said 6:15.
I'm not that late.
No,
I'm only
you an hour in.
You just got here like 3-4 minutes ago. I saw you backstage, sir. You got here at 6:20.
No, I thought you was gonna start the stream at 6 something.
Oh no. We started at 5 o'clock like normal.
Oh, you just wanted me to come on at around 6:15.
You know, some people don't want to hear my political commentary, and then I didn't know. I forgot that I was doing a silly Saturday. We've been having a good time. Everybody say hey to Darren Green from the Darren Green Show.
How y'all doing? What's going on? I over here thinking
y'all over there. Can one of my hall monitors put Darren Green's channel in the his channel in the chat? Although he has more subscribers than me, you know, he's the big dog. He got all the YouTube subscribers, and he got all of them TikTok subscribers. You know, he's a big dog over there.
Don't even do it. Don't even do it.
But here's your Monday update on Real Housewives of Atlanta. This shit was unwatchable yesterday.
Yeah, and I tried to do a recap. I'm like, you know what? I'm probably just going to do
fucking unwatchable.
I'm gonna do a Wednesday show and then talk about it lightly because this episode was trash. Like
Trash. I mean,
and
you got
overproduced.
Shamia's helmet. Shamia's helmet is the star of the show. Okay, hold on.
Stop.
Shamia's helmet that her hair or wig or whatever that is the star of the show down to the Real Housewives of it. Who for all of that money you have
Mm,
and you celebrate your Rolls Royce and your palatial estates that you and your African husband have,
mm-hmm.
and you can't get no better hair than that, Shamia? This made up beef between Portia and Drew.
Mm.
Like Portia, you know good and damn well Drew and your ex-husband is not fucking.
Yeah.
And then for Cynthia to have all of this shit about, oh, it's different when it's your baby daddy. Oh, a bitch gonna have to see me if they talk to one of my exes. Your exes cheated on you left, right, and sideways,
Right.
Cynthia. What the fuck are you talking
And
about?
my thing is, you talking about Portia saying, "Oh, well, I don't, I don't know how it feels now. You going through a divorce and everything is all public and stuff." I'm like, girl, this your second divorce too. Didn't she divorce the ace one or whatever that light skinned man was named?
Child.
Girl, back to Shamir just for a little bit. She got that damn wig from Heavenly's beauty supply store. Mm-hmm. It looked just like it.
I'm not doing this with you, Dan. I'm not.
Like, I'm just saying, like, Shamir, come on.
Listen,
I Sesame Street.
Paul says she got it from the Sesame Street. I just want to know who told her that shit was cute.
I don't know.
Now, and Darren, I'm not a labels girl. I'm not a fashion girl. But was it me or because I can't remember all their names now, but wasn't she mispronouncing? I thought it was Balmain. That's not the name of that label.
It's Balmain or Ballman.
Because she was pronouncing something else. And at first I was like, what? I ain't never heard of that. And then when I saw that, I said, what? Am I wrong?
Is it?
Isn't it called Balmain?
No, it is called Balmain.
Balmain or Ball. She was calling it something.
Yeah.
And I was like,
she got that nose job sounding like they all sound like this. Yeah. And I'm just like, girl, it's like, I know you can't breathe, honey. Just, y'all got that Michael Jackson nose. And it's
but that wasn't the nose job chick. That was the chick that was hosting the event.
Kelly. You talking about Kelly?
That was hosting the event?
Yeah.
Now, is Kelly the one that got the waffle place?
Kelly is the one with the waffle place.
Okay.
Yes. Because the other one do insurance, allegedly.
Well, then there's that. I know one of them married to Charles Oakley.
That's
one of
Anthony.
them do the insurance.
That's
they say Kelly is the nose job chick. So who is the chick that was hosting the event?
Girl, they all got no. Kelly was the one that's hosted. They all got work done. Like she got the
But who is the one who they kept saying looked like LaToya Jackson?
That is Angela. Now Angela, her nose is kind of like it's giving.
When I think nose job, that's the one who I'm thinking about. So Kelly is the Waffle House chick.
Yeah.
And the nose job chick, what's her name?
Is Angela.
Angela, okay. She's the one who sells insurance.
No, Brittany Edie is the one that sells the insurance.
It's too many y'all put too many new people on me at one time.
That's
hard for me to keep up.
I no, the first couple episodes, I'm like, oh my god, which one is which? Like, which one is Brittany Edie?
I only know Shamia because that badass hair. Okay,
no, we know
Shamia. They all got the same skin tone. They all, running. It just all.
Honey, they both went to Dr. Miami. Okay, they both went to Dr. Miami. They got that stuff done. And for the life of me, did we talk about this about Brittany Edie's husband? That light skinned man.
The fact that we think that he has a secret compartment down to the Rainbow Coalition compound. Way back in our palatial estates down to the Rainbow Coalition compound, there's a wooded area back there. It's real dark in that wooded area back there. There's a log cabin back there for our log cabin gays back there. For all of the DL people, there's a bunker underneath down there, down to that wooded area of the Rainbow Coalition compound where some of these people hang out. Because you can't tell me. I'm sure if you search hard enough in the great city of Atlanta, there are some stories about that young man floating around.
He is on sniffies.
He's on sniffies?
Well, I mean, he looked the type. Yeah, he looked the type.
I mean, I might give him a rump in the hay. It depends on how big
you
it is.
In Atlanta. You better go ahead and check for us, Teddy.
I don't know what area he live in. I could go check sniffies for that area.
You in the pink ping? Let me see.
Child. I mean, I would do it just to come back and give y'all the story as a resume builder. I'm just saying that, you know, if I'm trying to get some numbers, if I'm trying to pull some numbers, girl, I'll do it just to pull some numbers for, you know, to get the people around here. I'm just saying.
No, but they all got that voice, and it's just like you can tell that it's real nasal. The nasal capacity is just really clogged with the girls because they just want to just talk. They all talk like this, and you know, I'm like, girl, what's going on? It's not working. It's not. I wanted it to work, and it's just not working this season. I think Portia and Drew's situation. First of all, girl, Portia, you are acting real badly this season, child. Like, and I'm talking acting as in acting.
Yeah.
Honey, you
that crying she was doing
with Dennis, girl.
Right, I was like,
how old are we? This is like very season 1, like or first season Portia. Like, girl, you too old for that. We see past that shit. Okay.
I'm just child.
And then you and Kelly was getting into it, but then y'all had like a little sit down conversation saying, "Oh, we got a bipolar relationship." How did this happen off camera? When did y'all have some?
Like, this is not a good season. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Listen, for all of the people said that they just needed to recast the show, I was one of the ones saying just cancel the show. I said cancel the show for a few years, let the people miss it, cancel it for like 2 or 3 years, let the people miss it, then bring in a whole new cast. And I don't even like the new intro with the, you know, little
with the taglines.
Why taglines?
We wait till episode 3 for it, and then it looks grainy as a
it looks cheap.
Like, who y'all made this off Canva?
It looks cheap, like these girls.
Because I can make a Canva freaking tag. Okay, come on now. I'm the queen of Canva right now, but this is some bad Canva. Y'all just adding video. I don't know who did this. You know who they need. You know who they need, and they probably never gonna give them again. They need Carlos. When Carlos
I knew you
on that show, when Carlos was on that show,
I'm not doing this.
Have we ever had a bad season with Carlos?
I'm not doing this with you.
Have we ever? Come on, ask the chat.
I knew you were going to say him.
I asked you. You know what I'm saying? Have we ever had a bad season with Carlos? We had one of the most iconic seasons with Carlos. Let's be very clear.
Let's be clear right now. This shit is not good. It was. I fell asleep and then had to wake up and say, "Oh shit, I missed some shit." I had to rewind.
It's not rewind.
I did, unfortunately.
Uh-oh, child. Not they not agreeing with me, child.
I knew they were not going to agree with you, but here we. I mean, you see what he's doing over there with the Love and Marriage franchise. The DC is horrible. The Detroit is horrible, and the people like the train wreck of Huntsville. So they just gonna keep watching that fucking train wreck.
I think Carlos Untamed is not that good, but when he was under Bravo, I don't know. I felt like it was a happy medium. Just my opinion. And for people saying, okay, they was committing crimes when he was there. Well, crimes make ratings. Okay, that makes for good ratings.
But yeah, that's my loving not Love and Hip
Not
Hop.
Love and Hip
My
Hop.
Real Housewives of Atlanta, like it was. Oh, girl. So apparently, I think what next episode is when we get the alleged leaking of the woman's sucking that man's meters, whatever. Is that happening next episode?
I think it's we're getting to it. We're getting to the part where Kenya and Brittany Edie is getting into it. So it's coming up.
Um,
They're gonna it's gonna be a little bit of a domino effect.
I thought it looked like they were at the event because I thought they said it happened at Kenya's
Yeah,
event that she had. So that's supposed to happen next episode.
it did. I don't know if the event is gonna happen next episode. I mean, we saw like a clip of the salon, but I don't know if that's
Mhm.
gonna be it. But who knows?
Well,
Probably
either
soon.
next week or the week after.
Yeah,
We'll get to it. We'll see.
no, because they said this happened early on in the season. That's when they got
Mhm.
Kenya up out of there.
Anyway, let's do our Black women's history. Let's learn a little something today. Before we get to our this day of music, which is our favorite episode, our favorite segment. For this day of music, we have two, not this day of music, for our Black history. We first have Hazel W. Johnson. She was the first African American woman to become a general in the U.S. Army. She was appointed the chief of the Army Nurse Corps in 1979. She held a doctorate in education administration from Catholic University. Um, in 1978 and an honorary degree from Morgan State University, Villanova University, and University of Maryland. She first became interested in nursing while growing up on a farm in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Her career began when she received her nursing degree from the Harlem Hospital in New York City. Um, in 1950, she then attended Villanova University, where she received her bachelor's, and soon afterwards she joined the Army Nurse Corps in 1955. She served in Japan at a U.S. Army evacuation hospital. She served at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in 1960, where she was a staff and operating room nurse. Between 1963 and 1967, she was an operating room instructor and supervisor while on a tour of three different hospitals. She reached the rank of major in 1967. From 1969 to 1973, she helped develop new sterilizing methods for the Army's field hospital systems as a staff member of the Army Medical Research and Development Command. In 1974, she was promoted to colonel and appointed the director of the Walter Reed Army Institute of Nursing, an extension of the University of Maryland's nursing school. In 1978, she was sent to South Korea, where she was the chief of the Department of Nursing at the largest U.S. Army hospital in that country. And in May 1979, she returned to Washington, D.C., where she was appointed general. A military ceremony was held in her honor at the Pentagon, where U.S. Army Surgeon General Julius Richmond pinned on her the Brigadier General Star. She was also sworn in as the 16th Chief of the Army Nurse Corps. Hazel Johnson retired from the Army in 1984. In her post Army career, she served as an advisor to a number of surgeons general, and in 1997 was appointed adjunct professor of nursing at Georgetown University. She has also served in a similar capacity at the University of Maryland. She passed away on August 5th, 2011 in Washington, D.C., and that is our first moment in Black Women's History Month, Hazel W. Johnson. Next, we have the extraordinary story of Sarah Rector. Um, Sarah Rector received international attention at the age of 11 when the Kansas City Star newspaper publicized in 1933 the headline, quote, "Millions to a Negro Girl," end of quote. From that moment, Sarah Rector's life became a cauldron of misinformation, legal and financial maneuvering, and public speculation. She was born to Joseph and Rose Rector on March 3rd, 1902, in a two-room cabin near Twine, Oklahoma, on Muskogee Creek Indian allotment land. Both her mother and father had enslaved Creek ancestry. and both of their fathers fought with the Union Army during the Civil War. When Oklahoma statehood became imminent in 1907, the Dawes Allotment Act divided Creek lands among the Creeks and their former slaves with a termination date of 1906. Rector's parents, Sarah Rector, Rector's parents, Sarah Rector herself, her brother Joe Jr., and sister Rebecca all received land. Lands granted to former slaves were usually the rocky lands of poorer agricultural quality. Sarah Rector's allotment of 160 acres was valued at $556.15, primarily to generate enough revenue to pay the $30 annual tax bill. In February 1911, her father leased her allotment of land to the Devonian Oil Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In 1913, however, her fortunes changed when Wildcat oil driller B.B. Jones produced a gusher that brought in 2,500 barrels of oil a day. Sarah Rector now received an income of $300 per day. Once this wealth was made known, her guardianship was switched from her parents to a white man, T.J. Porter, an individual personally known to the Rectors. Multiple new wells were also productive on her allotment. Her allotment subsequently became part of the famed Cushing Drumright Field in Oklahoma. In the month of October 1913, she received $11,567. Once her identity became public, she received numerous requests for loans, money gifts, and even marriage proposals from four Germans, even though she was just 12 years old.
Mm.
In 1914, the Chicago Defender published an article claiming that her estate was being mismanaged by grafters and her ignorant parents, and that she was uneducated, dressed in rags, and lived in an unsanitary shanty. National African American leaders such as Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois became concerned about her welfare. None of the allegations were true, though. She and her siblings went to school in Taft, Oklahoma, an all black town closer than Twine. They lived in a modern five-room cottage and they owned an automobile. That same year, she enrolled in the Children's House, a boarding school for teenagers at Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. When she turned 18 on March 3rd, 1920, she left Tuskegee and her entire family moved with her to Kansas City, Missouri. By this point, she owned stocks and bonds, a boarding house, a bakery, and the Busy Bee Cafe in Muskogee, Oklahoma, as well as 2,000 acres of prime river bottomland. She had become a millionaire. The family moved into what would be known as the Rector Mansion. Legal wrangling over the estate and some mismanagement continued until she was 20. That year, she married Kenneth Campbell, and the couple had three sons, Kenneth Jr., Leonard, and Clarence. Much was publicized about her extravagant spending on luxuries. Her marriage to Campbell ended in 1930, and in 1934, she married William Crawford. When she died at age 65 on July 22nd, 1967, her wealth was diminished, but she still had some working oil wells and real estate holdings. She was buried at Taft Cemetery in Oklahoma. And that's the story of Sarah Rector. Those are our two Black women's history moments. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all not even seeing the screen. I'm sorry.
The mom on
My
there.
bad. I was supposed to bring this back up so that y'all could see. That is Hazel W. Johnson, and that is Sarah Rector. Sorry about that, y'all. I thought y'all was seeing it. Sorry about that. All right, it's time for Montrez's favorite segment and mine, This Day in Music. Today is March
Uh-oh.
24th, and it's time for you to guess what year we will be doing today. It's a good year, too.
Is it in the 90s?
Do you think it's in the 90s?
Yeah, could be,
That's
could be
pretty.
not.
Do you have a year? Last time we did 1988. The week silly Saturday before that we did 2007.
Mm. Oh, so y'all not even in you're not even in order. So it's just like any
It's
time.
a random year. It's just any random year.
Mm. I wouldn't say it'll be anything in the 2010s because I don't know if you know about that.
I do know about the 2010s. Thank you, sir. Lord, do you know about it?
I know about it. That's my time. Okay.
The year
Oh, my year.
is 1997, the year I graduated high school
That was the year I was born.
and entered college.
Yes, October 3rd.
The year is 1997. This is the top 10 R&B songs of this on this day, March 24th, 1997.
Yeah.
What's so funny was after I compiled this, I saw there was some news on Mark Morrison. He apparently got arrested today or last night or sometime in the last day or so. And I had already done this. I had already pulled all of the information. Number 10, Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison. That was a jam. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. That was a jam right there.
It was.
And if we're starting the list with this song, that tells you the quality of this list. Now, let's be clear. Step by Step from the Preacher's Wife soundtrack is quietly one of my top 10 Whitney Houston songs of all time. It might break the top 5.
How would go again?
I love that one. That's Step by Step. Day by day.
Oh, okay.
That's from Preacher's Wife. I just like the beginning. Well, there's a bridge and there's a river that I still must cross as I'm going on my journey. All might be lost. Come on, Whitney. But Return of the Mac was a gem. That is a cult classic. Return of the Mac is a gem. It never gets old. Step by Step is one of my favorite Whitney Houston songs of all time. Number 8 is Nobody by Keith Sweat featuring Athena Cage. Who can love you like me? Who can text you like me? Who can do you like me, my baby? Nobody, baby. I'm just saying. It's Keith Sweat. Nobody. This song at this time was every fucking where. The fact that this song is only number 8, like I said, this is just a snapshot. This is just what was the number 1 at that time. But this song was every fucking where. 702s. I don't really wanna stay. I don't really wanna go. Can we get it together? Get it together. That was a big song by 702. That's probably their number 2 song after Where My Girls. Where My Girls At is their biggest song. Get It Together is probably their second biggest song after Where My Girls At. Because this song was really big in 1997. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, Can We Get It Together was a huge hit for her. I mean, for the group, I should say. For You, I Will Not. You have to remember, Space Jam came out around this time, and the Space Jam soundtrack was huge, okay? Huge. So, For You, by I Will by Monica, I will cross the ocean for you. Come on now.
Come on,
That was Monica. Monica was singing The House Down. I'm just saying. Monica was singing The House Down. Look at Universal God. She said she wore that Monica song out. Listen, baby, they was wearing this song out. And you know, back then, Monica was singing her fucking face off. Monica was singing her fucking face off.
Had them slides on, okay? You know when she had them slides on, you know she was singing.
No, she didn't have them on. That's you talk about the white sandals. No, that wasn't on For You I Would. That was well, I can't think of this goddamn song. It wasn't For You I Will. I know that. That was God, I can't think of it. But it wasn't For You I Will. But yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Before You Walk Out My Life.
Before You Walk Out My Life. That's what it was. Before You Walk Out My Life. Yes, that's what it was. Never meant to cause you no pain, baby. Yeah, that was the white sandals. Listen, what you gonna be? I can't pretend. Oh, what you gonna be? More than friends. Long time
See, I know this.
So let go. Come on now. This was after the breakup and when they got back together for this song. Child. This is a strong list. This is a strong list. Listen, let me tell y'all.
Oh my goodness. No. Why
I graduated this year. Listen, every high school graduation across the country, whether it was white, black, blue, or purple, they played this raggedy ass song. I hate this song. I didn't like it then because they played the shit on the radio ad nauseum. I still don't like it to this day. Anytime this song comes on, I vomit in my mouth.
We don't support this song.
I mean, it was a good song. Listen, I'm not gonna never take anything away from the man and his craft and what he did. The man is a iconic and genius writer. This is 1997, Catherine Powell. But listen, I know I literally hate this song. If I hear this song, I will immediately spike out. I literally hate this song.
They played in my preschool. They played that song in my preschool too, child. Oh my goodness. Was this like a gospel song almost? Because
it wasn't a gospel song. It was just inspirational. It, like I said, it came from the Space Jam. This is another song off of the Space Jam soundtrack. I hate this song. I literally hate this song.
And it came out on my birth year. Oh my God.
I mean, you could not get away from it. It played everywhere. Nonstop. Number 3, Babyface. Every time I close my eyes. Well, every time I close my eyes, I think the Lord, I got you. I got you. This is Babyface and Mariah, my queen.
Oh, Mariah Carey. Oh, okay, lamb.
It's Babyface and my queen, Mariah. Number 3. Number 2. Now, this song was everywhere and for a good reason. Somebody's sleeping in my bed. This song right here by Drew Hill. Listen. Y'all ain't want no parts. Y'all didn't want no parts of Drew Hill. This Drew Hill album right here, y'all ain't want it. Didn't want it. Didn't want it. This whole Drew Hill album right here don't owe me nothing. In my bed in 1997 was a gem. Do you know how many children were birthed off of this song with Cisco screaming in the background? Do you know? Do you know how many
Yes.
nuts was caught? Do you know how many sugar bowls had a spoon dipped into it from this song? Let me tell you something. It wasn't nothing to fuck off with. Right, B. Carter? Sleeping in my bed, messing with my head. Listen, listen. This goddamn song right here, please understand. Please understand. I know you were just being born around this time, but understand me when I'm telling you, Darren. This song was every fucking where. I'm telling you what I know. And the number one song, of course, because this was a huge, probably one of the biggest songs of that year. Unbreak My Heart.
Now, how'd that go
My
again?
Tony Braxton song. Unbreak my heart,
Um,
say you love me again. Undo this hurt, gone, walk out of my life. Uncry these tears. I've cried so many. This song, this is one would argue this is Tony Braxton's biggest hit. This is her biggest. I'm trying to think if there is a song. This is her biggest song. This is Tony Braxton's biggest, and Tony Braxton has had some mega hits,
Mm-hmm.
but this is her biggest song, easily. Easily. I'm just saying. This was her biggest hit as a, and Tony Braxton has some of the biggest, has some biggest songs, but yes. So let's recap. Let's recap from number 10. Number 10, Return of, this is a strong list, y'all. A strong list. Number 10, Return of the Back, Mark Morrison. Number 9, Step by Step, Whitney Houston. Number 8, Nobody, Keith Sweat featuring Athena Cage. Number 7, Get It Together by 702. Number 6, For You I Will, Monica. Number 5, In Vogue, Don't Let Go. Number 4, I Believe I Can Fly by Aura. Aura, not R. Aura. Number 3, Every Time I Close My Eyes, Babyface featuring Mariah Carey. Number 2, In My Bed by Drew Hill. And the number 1 song on March 24th, 1997, Unbreak My Heart, Tony Braxton. Awesome. That's a strong list, y'all. That's one of the that's one of our top 3 lists so far, y'all. No skips, no, except for I Believe I Can Fly, but no skips. Okay.
Yeah, we skipping that, honey. I believe I can. No.
No videos. We don't have no video breakdown. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't have enough time. This is a Manic Monday, so we have to have abbreviated. Okay. No video breakdown today. Hey, man. And now it's time for my favorite segment.
Ooh, and mine too.
The palette cleansers. Let me take this banner down so we can appropriately see all of our palette cleansers.
Let me get my water. Ooh.
Oh. You sleep? You need me to come wake you up?
Okay.
Okay. With the, we have our straight men here who likes the cooter, so got to have something for our cooter lovers. Oh. Now this is my speed right here.
Come on, Calvin Klein.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something real African about you. Mm-hmm. I'll let you throw me from wall to wall.
Child, he look like he gonna curse me out because I didn't iron his khakis.
Oh.
Okay.
Can we go skinny dip in this water, sir?
It's giving Aquaman.
I want to know where else you got a whole lot of veins.
Okay.
There's a certain vein. You got all them veins in your arms. I want to see another vein. Oh, that's
Okay.
thickness right there, honey. You got to be of a certain size to get up in that. That is thickness. Oh, now he
Ooh.
would get me in trouble.
I need me a Bob Marley height,
Mm.
It's given.
While you sucking on that straw, mm, I might be sucking on. Let me shut up. Um,
Oh, okay.
hey,
You know.
oh,
Mm.
I see you not missing leg day. You ain't missed not one leg day. That's a lot of thickness right there too. Ooh, that's thickness right there. You got to be of a certain size to get up in there. I'm just saying. Oh. Hmm.
Okay, you got a little lock fetish, Teddy.
I don't. I just like dark skin.
Oh, now that's definitely a YN.
Mm. He might try to give you trade, and then when you get in the bedroom, he want to get his back blown out.
Oh,
I mean, for people who like the high yellows,
oh
there
yes,
you go.
yes, honey. Here we go.
Hmm. Hey, pretty lady, that's a cute
Yes,
bathing suit. That's about all I got for you, ma'am.
body, yaddy,
That's about
yaddy.
all I got for you. She got a nice body though.
Oh, now see this. Yes,
That's all you.
yes, absolutely. Ooh, just the
He
jawline.
ain't missed no leg days either.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, right here. That he would get me in trouble.
He gives college, babe. I can't. Like, you just got out your dorm, didn't even take a shower. No.
I'll take him. Oh, I'll take him instead.
Ooh,
Mm.
come on with the underwears.
Okay. I mean, nice hips, nice little swimsuit. That's about all I got for you, ma'am. I ain't got nothing else for you, ma'am. Your powers don't work on me. Oh,
Ooh, we are going hiking.
mm. We are, and we're gonna find us a little place to, to stop and do some things. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Will.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. You over there playing football? Not football, football. Soccer. Soccer.
What?
Football. Hey, pretty lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You're real cute. Okay. Um.
Ooh. Okay. Little runway
Mm-hmm.
with the Prada. I like a nigga in fashion. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Now that right there, he's
Yeah.
gonna pound. That's pound town right there.
Like he's
The
pushing
things
you up
that
against the wall just to
right.
give you
The
all
things
that.
that he's gonna do
Like,
is gonna be ungodly. Yeah. He's gonna do some nasty things to you.
mhm.
Hey, pretty lady. Oh, I was supposed to be on a meeting at 7 o'clock. Let me hurry up and get out of here.
Who?
That's a tall glass of wine right there.
He looked like somebody I talked to before.
Nice piece of dark chocolate.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
Drake.
No, that's not Drake. Don't do that, that young man. Oh, that's some thickness right there too. hmm Wait, what's happening?
Oh, not we buffer, honey.
Go to the next slide.
Not Prison Bay, honey.
What is happening? Y'all see how my computer acting up? Okay, there we go.
Ooh.
Okay.
He just looked like he just fixed me breakfast. Eggs, bacon, and grits.
I don't know why my computer is doing this. don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can check what's going on with my computer. Hold on, y'all.
Uh
Hold your line. Check my computer. Make sure it ain't acting up. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this together. I don't know what my computer is going through.
Honey, it is crashing because of all these men.
I know. All right, here we go. Oh.
That's ooh.
What is all this, sir? I see it. I don't miss too much, sir. That's some thickness right there, ma'am. Oh. Why did I do that? Oh. Them braids is crisp.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, I know him. That's that dude that be dressing up like Spider-Man. With his fines, yeah.
Oh. Nice body.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You see,
you're
all
seeing
of this. Yeah,
you're all of
this.
We see all of this, sir. We see it. For those of you who like your men more seasoned, now I have the nudes of this man. I think we have him in the members only chat. We have what's below here in the members only chat. Hey, pretty lady. Oh.
Ain't that dude?
I don't know.
That be on that's on that Zeus show.
Oh, we have him too. We have what's below. I remember him from the members only chat. We have what's below here.
Oh, okay.
Down to the members only chat too. It's a lot going on.
YG baddie.
Oh. He looks short. Oh.
That jawline.
What you got going on down here, sir?
Ooh. Oh, he 2004. He a baby. Yeah.
These underwear don't go with the rest of your aesthetics, sir.
It kind of do though. What, he give too much fish? It's
now if you like your men with a little feminine flair, here you go.
And do. Yep, it's definitely.
He got some sneaky, like, nice legs though.
Yeah, I don't care. We could bump purses.
Nope. That's a tall glass of white wine. Okay. Hey, pretty lady. Oh, there's Man.
Nah.
That means that's the end. Hey, Man. Listen, y'all. We have enjoyed ourselves today, have we not?
Yes, we have.
Did y'all enjoy yourselves today? That was a Manic Monday. Real quick, I got to get off here real fast, y'all, because I gotta but Darren, tell the people how to find y'all, how to find you.
Well, you can find me here on YouTube at the Darren Green Show. We just dropped the episode today, so check that out, please. Okay. Yeah.
If you're looking for ways to support the platform, support us over here, because we do the Lord's work over here. Support us. There's the QR code to support the platform. It's also scrolling toward the bottom. Listen, as I always say, I'm late for a meeting, y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged, and much appreciated. Wanted to make sure I brought y'all a silly Saturday or Manic Monday, I should say. We'll be back tomorrow with a regular Run Your Mouth and Red, Blue, and Black. We'll do all of that tomorrow. That's all I got for y'all. And I'm about to get out of here. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.
Bye.
Love y'all. Bye, y'all.